Well, 185 days since I last went to a live game, which was on the 29th of February. I'm going to a live game tonight and quite looking forward to it. It's the FA Cup preliminary round, extra preliminary round, between Maltby, Maine and Handsworth. Two Step 9 clubs that both are in the North Counties East League Premier Division. Obviously there's COVID restrictions in place, so there's a reduced capacity of 300. But to get a live game in after 6 months and 3 days without one, I'm really looking forward to it. So I'll see you at the ground. And here we are at Maltby, and I've got in front of me Dave Watts, who would like to introduce himself.
I am David Watts, I'm Head of Communications and Media and also Vice Chairman of Maltby Maine Football Club.
Right, nice to meet you, Dave.
And you.
Right, what sort of things have you been putting into place for the reduced attendances that you're going to get here?
We've followed FA guidelines and also our own league NCAL guidelines. We have appointed a COVID officer within the committee. We've got an health and safety guy, first aid, and we also have a consultant who does that for a full-time job, who's quite up on COVID because he runs his own business. So we've wrote our own risk assessments and compliance for safety of the crowd, and they're on our website and also around the ground as well.
Yeah, I noticed also in the programme as well.
And in the programme,
yes. Yeah, because I had to sign in for the track and trace thing.
Track and trace, yes, of
yeah.
course. And we also have the Pass app for that as well, if people wanted to download it.
Right,
and,
okay.
We're up to 300 today after playing last week where it was only 15%,
yeah.
150 of 1,000.
Is it 30% now?
30% now. We were given, our level was given a ground grade of 1,000 a lot across the North East counties and others.
Yeah.
Just to be, so it was fair for everybody. We could actually hit 1,500, so easy maths, 50% of 1,000 is 150, which
yeah.
we got. Once you've done that, you're allowed 300 in your second game
yeah.
after the 30th of August, which is where we're at.
And obviously, I mean, with this being a competitive game,
yes.
You're anticipating a higher crowd.
Yes, it's
yeah.
felt perfect for us because the local derby will probably have brought more than 150.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't want it to turn anybody away. We should be okay with the 300 mark, but we will be over 150.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I mean, yeah. If you think it's going to get too well, you're going to have to refuse admission if it's going to get.
That's what we'll have to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. The next question is: how has the club of Maltby size coped during the long months with no football and last season curtailment?
Yeah, once we realised the season was over, that was obviously a big blow because we weren't going to go up, we weren't going to go down. I think we were 7th. We could have, with a miracle, could have got top 3, but it wouldn't have happened. So we put that to bed. It is what it is, as they say. And we knew that we would have to start next season immediately, and that was, instead of May, June, July looking at sponsorship and income, we start in March. But we were sensitive with that because obviously other people aren't earning money. We have our usual regular sponsors which we approach, and they were fine to help us out still. And we're one of the lucky ones. We're also unlucky that we don't have wet sales during the season.
What do you mean by wet sale?
With alcohol sales
on
the ground, and also the students' clubs.
Yeah.
So, but other clubs who open Monday to Sunday, their pub or their bar within the ground itself would have lost out much more than we did. So in a way, we don't rely on that taking during the season to help us through the season. So we can't lose what we never had in the first place.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So,
so you budget accordingly.
We budget accordingly. So our budget isn't as big as everybody else's, but it's healthy.
Yeah.
And we get by.
Yeah.
And we've got a bloody guard team of workers who raise money for us.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot of regular sponsors who really are good partnerships with us. So they stayed on board, which was good.
That's encouraging. That's encouraging.
And some of them are here today as
well. Yeah. Right, thank you for your time, Dave.
Pleasure.
And good luck in the season ahead. Welcome to Muglet Lane, home of North Counties East Premier League team, Maltby Maine. In tonight's FA Cup extra preliminary round tie with Handsworth. Both teams are in the same division, and it's pretty unusual to have, at this stage of the cup competition, to have two teams from the same league. So it's quite rare. Anyway, Muglet Lane, it's about 15 minutes walk from where I live. I think it's got a capacity of about 1,500. It's got 2 little stands. The players are just sizing the playing surface up. It's got a clubhouse, refreshment kiosks, toilets, and just the one turnstile I can see. It's got full of lights, and it's just lovely to witness a live football game for the first time in a long time. I don't think there'll be much of an attendance today, but if they get 200 or 300, the club will have done well, especially for a Step 9 team. Here come the teams. Maltby in red and black stripes with black shorts, and Handsworth in all blue. Lovely night for football, probably about 13-14 degrees. And I'll let you know the progress as the game commences. 20 minutes in, no score, but Handsworth are doing the majority of the pressing. No real goal-mouth action as such, but Handsworth's just header cleared off the line. So with 20 minutes gone, and it's Maltby 0, Handsworth 0. Half-time score, Maltby Main 0, Handsworth 0. Lots of endeavour, lots of effort, but not a lot of quality really. Goal-mouth chances at a premium, really. Maltby had a good chance in about 30-35 minutes that just went over the bar. Handsworth set pieces, close, got one headed off the line, but really 0-0's about fair. It's quite an even game. 10 minutes into the second half, and Handsworth take the lead from a good diving header from a left side set piece. But I had a Chris Kamara moment towards the end of the first half when I didn't realise that one of the Maltby players was been sent off. So the home side are up against it now. We're down to 10 men and a goal down. Yeah, 10 minutes into the second half, Maltby 0, Handsworth 1. About a quarter of an hour to go now, and it's still Maltby 0, Handsworth 1. Maltby have 10 men. Maltby have put up a hell of a good fight and are taking the game to their Sheffield opponents. So it's not over yet, but Handsworth still hold the 1-0 and the one-man advantage. So yeah, 10 minutes to go, still 1-0. Equaliser in the last few minutes for Maltby. Looks like we're going to have a long night.
Come on, Maltby!
By the left back, I'm convinced it was a cross, but it went straight in the back of the net. So, yeah, with not long left in the 90 now, it's Maltby 1, Handsworth 1. And an almost identical goal from the centre forward from the right hand side. Floats over the goalkeeper's head into the net to give Maltby a 2-1 lead. So, yeah, coming up to the final whistle, and 10 men Maltby turned it round. So it's Maltby Main 2, Handsworth 1. Final score from Mudlot Lane, Maltby Main 2, Handsworth 1. A fantastic second half performance, comeback when all seemed lost. Maltby had a man sent off in the last minutes of the first half, and when Handsworth went a goal up early in the second half, all seemed lost. But a good fight back by Maltby, with two virtually identical goals from the right hand side that floated over the Handsworth keeper's head. So Maltby in the hat for the next qualifying round. Final score from Mudlot Lane, Maltby 2, Handsworth 1. Also, before I go, I'd like to send a big thank you to all club officials at Maltby Main for their warm welcome and thoroughly enjoyable evening. As the goals just go down now.
It's got bottles in it.
And the crowd, which I think will around about 300 or so, make their way home. So yeah, thoroughly enjoyable evening of grassroots football in the FA Cup. Final score yet again, Maltby 2, Handsworth 1.